Okay, I've just come back from my local surgery because I had an appointment there just to get checked over, and I am at the process of watching Consumed, which is off of Netflix. It was just something, it's a bit like, I wouldn't necessarily call it hoarders, but it's where properties are really cluttered and it's got out of hand. If you want to check it out, it is quite enlightening. I've just pulled out these 3 grey boxes off of my landing where I keep all my DVDs. In Consumed, it says about getting rid of 75% and only keeping 25%. I'm the other way round. I'm actually possibly keeping 75% but getting rid of 25%. That's only because I have been on this this goal for a good many years about decluttering our house, and I think it's got worse with not working and staying in the property because I keep changing things around, not necessarily furniture but decor, and I think that is where my problem's been. Now with going to the surgery, I left the surgery, I didn't go to B&M, which was actually basically near enough next door, and there's a centre up there as well. I did not go in there because I thought, no, I'm not shopping, although I was supposed to have posted some birthday cards and totally forgot, but that would have meant actually going into the post office, which is actually in Tesco's, but I do apologise for the relative in mind who the cards were supposed to be going to. But anyway, I'm actually sitting down watching Consumed, but I pulled out these 3 grey baskets or boxes, and my idea is, if I dare, take everything out, use my coffee table, maybe the floor, even while I'm watching it. It's going to be sort of in my view while I'm watching TV, and see if I can actually reduce this. Some of these items I can see straight off, like a lot of these false cactus and everything, and succulents are they called, were supposed to be put back after Christmas and I didn't get round to it. So there's those bits. But I'm really going to try and be strict and see what I can get rid of, and I'll keep you posted. Okay, I've emptied my 3 grey boxes there, and I've used my poofy there. I've got a couple of items on the floor and the coffee table. Now all this came out of those 3 grey baskets. Okay, it's called baskets, boxes that I got from Poundland. I tended to buy more boxes actually to store my decor pieces, so there is items that I say I didn't actually put back after Christmas, and I've roughly put them in like for like got the succulent light plants here, which looking at them I would like to keep because I think it just brings a bit of greenery. In fact, I've only got 1 real life plant in the whole of our house, and that's indoors, so I do like those, and with coming up hopefully in a few months time, spring and everything, it'd be nice just to have a bit of greenery. Just to break up some of the hard edges, because I do have a lot of black furniture and quite brown and beiges, which I don't mind because it is neutral, but I want to see what I can do. There is a few items that I definitely don't want to get rid of, but I haven't had them out for so long. I've got my dragons there, which are Enchantica, along with the mug. I actually started collecting those about 28 years ago. It did stop because they were expensive, so I've only got a few pieces. I used to have them for my birthdays, but obviously when the family came along, our 2 boys, it was something that we couldn't actually spend on. I had the Enchantica dragons, hubby had the Miss Some Magic, which I will show you at some point. That's in our cabinet. So I'm going to find a home for those and put them back on show. I used to always have them out. Then they started getting put away after being moved about because obviously little hands at the time. But both of my sons are adults now, although I've got a granddaughter. But I think I'm going to have them out on show. I don't think, although I love them to bits, I am not as precious about them as I used to be. But I'm not at that stage to actually get rid of them. I can see other bits and pieces that are more closer to get rid of, and looking at them very often, they are actually the latest pieces that are probably come into the home. This pile here, most of this, as you can see, is owl related. So again, I will leave it there, and I already can see a few bits and pieces that I'm not precious about and I can get rid of. And I'll see how it goes. I want to see if I can get rid of at least 25%, if not more. Right, I've categorised the pieces I have as best as I can. I'm hoping, I mean, everybody has their own systems, how to organise, how to declutter, how to sort out what you keep and what you let go. So on this coffee table, I'm going to put my hand there. Basically, that side of it I'm keeping at present, and I'll explain why I'm keeping it. The other side, which is on the ottoman, and I do have a few bits down there, is what I'm getting rid of. Now, I'm just explaining to myself and to viewers why I'm keeping certain pieces. This I love. I bought this from TK Maxx, and I don't very often buy a lot from TK Maxx, but I bought this. And this Poundland Owl, which I think is supposed to go out in the garden, I like this, and I bought this last year. But I'm keeping this, but I am getting rid of the two soft ones that I've got down here, because I feel that that pottery one would actually benefit me better. Now, talking about tea light holders, here we've got 3. That one was Poundland, definitely getting rid of it. Both of these were gifts. That one I'm definitely keeping. That one is in the middle because I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to see if I can find the right spot for it. My Enchantica dragons are there, and so is the mug that I've never used because it was very expensive. I'm in 2 minds now whether to just use it. If it breaks, it breaks. This owl thing I use a lot because I like the colouring, and it does look pretty nice on my mantle. Yes, I've still got all the camera equipment up there, which is not supposed to be decor items, but it does look nice on there, so I think I'm going to keep that because that was a gift. This candle is definitely a keep. May this love grow stronger with every passing year. I had that actually for our 30th wedding anniversary. These are useful, bit of greenery, they are plastic, they are actually pens, and I used to have those out quite a bit because it was just handy to have a pen, and it looks quite nice as it is. I've got my succulents here that I'm going to put round the home. This is an owl light. I do love it, possibly question mark, because I've now got strip lighting put in our bedroom, so I'm not 100% sure. I may take it to the caravan. This owl was knitted for me as a gift. This owl I'm keeping because one of my friend's grandkids made this for me, knowing my love of owls. So it has got sentimental. This candle I'm keeping, it's battery operated. that is the third one to the set up there, because I used to have another one there, but I like those vases and they keep coming out. When something constantly stays out or keeps coming out, I know it's worthy of keeping it. Here I have 2 soap dispensers, again we'll put away before Christmas, and a holder. This was a gift, a calendar, and I've got 2 of the copper, pear and the apple, and this is another candle holder. I've got 2 tiny little pictures that I was given when I left work to have my first son. So I'm coming over, and this is what I'm getting rid of so far, and I'll explain why. This is plastic, but I don't like it as much as the other ones over there. That vase I decided to keep because I want to keep that brown and copper looking one. These I'm decided to get rid of because those orange bits, they do look nice in autumn, but the only problem is they are very messy, especially if they get knocked. And I have got some stones, and I've got some more like the pebbled crystals, so I'm letting that go. Because I'm keeping the copper, pear and apple, I've decided to let the white one go, although I noticed my pineapple was broken before Christmas, but I'm getting rid of it. This actually I brought in the summer because I wanted some summer decor, but I'm decided I'd rather get rid of that and keep one of my owl ones. These I would have loved to keep, but they had no plungers, so they're not going to be useful. And for every year I've had them up on a unit, has quite high, so you didn't see that there was salt and pepper's decor. So I'm letting those go. This tiny money box, because we've got 2 downstairs. One is what we keep our change in, and any silver if they want to empty the wallets, or I want to empty my purse. And that mounts up ready to go towards buying the turkey at Christmas. This one I decided to let go because again I preferred 1 or 2 other bits, owl bits, to be used. And I went for a stage buying these from Poundland, but everybody finds them irritating, so I got rid of that. And that I bought either from the charity shop or Carby. I think it was the charity shop last year, and decided I'm going to get rid of it. So that is my first pile, and I've got, as I said, another tea light holder there and 2 like soft owls there that were just decor. The only thing I've got a question mark on is that one. So that is my collection. As I said, that's how much I've got so far, and I'm going to think about arranging these pieces now. I've got the shelving behind me, which is there in the lounge. And so sometimes we have the door close to, but as I said, most of the time we used to have it open. And I want to arrange, I've dusted all the shelving. I want to arrange those shelves and put some of those decor pieces nicely on the shelves. And if I can't find homes for them, and there's a possibility that maybe a couple of bits are going to go back in storage, you know, my decor box, I'm going to check in my upstairs cupboard to see if I've got anything else I can get rid of if I take any of these items and want to store it for a later date. I haven't shown you my upstairs cupboard. It's about there, about finished. It was a long haul. And I also want to point out that I did get rid of 2 sacks full of rubbish from the home last week. But I want to be very selective on what I actually keep now. So I will progress, and I'll show you my lounge shelves once I've finished them. It's only been a few minutes since my last break. and I put up the bits and pieces on this shelving behind the lounge door. So I already had this wire container. It always stays usually on one of the shelves somewhere, and I've just left it there because it's good storage and it is pretty. What I've done is I've put the 2 copper ornaments inside there, so it just saves on space. I've put my Enchantica dragons on that shelf. I've left my melts in this box that I've shown the storage before, because I do like to burn my melts and candles. I've put the glassed one there with my Yankee candle holder and a lighter. Underneath this box here, always stays on the shelf, that actually houses the 3D glasses for the TV, and they always stay down there. They're the folders for my husband's collection of pocket watches. So that is that storage there, all set up, and it's just got things that me and hubby like or love and wish to keep. So that's that. Now I'm going to swing around gently. I'm not sure if you're going to get a bit of glare from the windows. It's nice to have a bit of sun. I've put one of the tea light holders up on that unit. It usually actually stays there, and it does actually go really nice with the curtains. And then coming through, I have put that little pottery owl there. Let's see if I can get a good, don't know whether you can see because the light, actually that normally stays up there because it goes lovely with these bookends. And the only other thing that I have actually moved to put a little bit of greenery in my cubby, which will be a big job because I would like to try and get rid of some of the stuff in here. I've just put it there. I've took my pink mug that had the nice paper straws in away. I've put the mug to be washed so I can reuse it, and the straws I've stored in my craft bin, and I just put a little bit of greenery there. But this is on my list, but I'm trying to get the majority of the house done first. As any crafter probably knows, it's hard to actually thin down your craft supplies. I'm not necessarily going to thin them down. It might just need reviewing and maybe a little bit more organising. Because let's face it, as crafters, you never know what you're going to need. So that is that. And I've still got 3 empty boxes, and this is what I've got left. I've got a few bits and pieces that need to go up in the bathroom, and then I might be left with maybe 7 or 8 pieces. Some of the little bits like these, they go on the landing or on the stairs where I've got that little house shelves, and I've got a few little bits that have to go back in after I remove them before Christmas, for putting a little bit of Christmas decor in there. So want to get this done, so I'm going to move ahead and then I'll show you my progress, and hopefully within another maybe half an hour this table will be cleared, and it would be lovely if I can actually keep those bins empty. Right, the only thing I've got left on a coffee table now is that copper bowl, which looks nice. So I'm near the back door, and I did sort out a few more bits and pieces on top of what I was sorting out earlier. 2 grey boxes, one's actually broken, the other one is actually gonna just go to the charity shop. This box that I originally got from Poundland, I haven't used it. I've had it probably about a year. These had little ornaments in, and they are now empty. I've taken the ornaments out, and this one, and this actually had a little glass bear in it, and I've took the quote out that was in the lid and the little bear, and that is now on the lantern in that house bit tray that I've got. I've decided, I got this last year from the charity shop without the candle. I'm just getting rid of the candle. I've decided I've got better candle holders to use, and I do use an awful lot of the battery operated tea lights because I'm using the glass tray for my candles and the burner. I've decided to get rid of the brown one. That dog there I'm getting rid of. I've got a box, a flat box that goes under our main bed, and so I could store the owl which was made for me and that little owl that was sewn by my friend's granddaughter. In order to fit them in the box, I had to get rid of at least one item, and the dog was quite big and took a bit of room up. So getting rid of that, I've got the two soft toys now in the box. This has had years and I have used it. It's just, I do like my notelets better and my notebook, so I'm going to get rid of this. It's still fairly full. I can try and do this one-handed. You see, so I'm getting rid of that. And this was a question mark. Although it's got the price on, I have one of them in the house, but I did say I had a question mark on these, but they just feel too heavy to wear, so I'm just going to get rid of them. I'd rather wear my white like shoes that are very similar to these but lightweight and more comfortable, or flip-flops during the summer. I'm also allowing this block table that I brought from the charity shop, because we bought our granddaughter no end of blocks for Christmas. We're allowing this table to go, and hopefully this will be going this coming weekend. I know they said they're having a sort out. They do have actually a larger house than we do. They do share it with other family members on his wife's side, our daughter-in-law's side, but even then they have got larger rooms. And another thing I'd like to point out is this had a succulent in it, and I had the owl tea light holder. So what I've done is, this was a question mark, this was a definite keep. I've took the succulent out of this one. I had some of the little pebbles that I kept upstairs in my cupboard, and what I've done is I've used one good piece that's more sentimental than keeping that. Now I got this actually from Primark on the sale, and it's more of a summer thing, I believe, but this I can leave out most of the year, and I do like, and I think that is more pleasing to me because it being an owl, it's still, I could empty it and have it as a put a battery operated tea light in there, or even a normal tea light, and it's got a succulent in, so it has got, and it's still got 2 or 3 uses. So that's what I'm doing. So I'm keeping that, and that's going. And I'm quite proud because as I scoot round, I have still got, look, 1, 2, 3. I've emptied 3 boxes. Now I'm going to keep these for the time being. Not sure what I'm going to do with them yet. They were only from Poundland, but especially as we're going to be taking things backwards and forwards to the caravan to reload it for the season, I'm going to keep hold of them for the time being and see how I go. If not, they'll be going at some point. So I'm going to leave it here. But I hope you've enjoyed today. I'm quite pleased actually what I've got rid of today, and this is going to progress all through this week. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.